debate time. We doing it big time.
After all that back chat fighting,
Yeah. It will come to one end. It's the bar. Reload it. Get a drink. Settle in. We got Himmy and Theo, it's a debut match. Theo Philly got it, Himmy thinks he don't stand a chance. The book of John, oh behold, we will tear it all apart. Does it say Jesus is God? We will see about that. It's the time you've been waiting for, some for years and some for days. Theo first time in the ring, hopes to leave Himmy in the days. Himmy been through this before, he don't believe none of the claims. Oh, are you ready? It's debate time. We doing it big time.
After all that back chat fighting,
yeah, it will come to one end. Oh, it's the bar, reload it. Get a drink, settle in.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. We are here with Theo and Himmy for this much anticipated debate. The topic is, does the book of John say that Jesus is God? Okay, so we got Himmy is going to be the affirmative today. Theo is the negative. This is Theo's first time in the ring, guys. So, everybody's happy, everybody's ready. You can talk in the chat and everything else. In the end, we'll have a poll. So, for the format, it's going to be a intro that is 3 minutes. The premise is going to be 10-minute rounds each. The rebuttal is 10-minute round, 10 minutes. The Q&A is 10 minutes, and the closing is 3 minutes final. And each one of these rounds, Himmy is going to go first as the affirmative, except for the closing. Theo is going to go first. So would you guys just like to introduce yourself before we start?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Theo. First time in one of these debates. I look forward to it. Himmy respect. But we're here to set it straight. So let's do it.
Okay, Himmy.
Yeah, what up? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Big Himmy, man. Back in the debate ring. I'm Theo. I love you, my boy. You my dog. Smart man. But I gotta put that belt to your behind tonight, boy. I gotta put that belt in all that. What the song said, we ending that all that back chatter, whatever it is. Time to put that up.
All that back chat fighting.
Whatever it is, it's finna get loud. I'm ready, man. I'm glad you stepped up and did your first debate. I'm interested to see how you put together your presentation. Because you already articulate yourself pretty well when you're talking back. So
I appreciate that, brother. This is you respect it, and
yeah.
I put in some work like I never have. So
yeah, I always respect your intelligence. I just don't respect.
All right. So ready? So okay, you are going to. Do you need to share your slides for your intro round? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so whenever you share your slides, then we'll start. Then everybody in the comments, go ahead and click that like button and weigh in. Sit down.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. Let me know if it's small, like, or if it's.
I'm about to add it to the thing. So in y'all rounds that you're sharing your slides, I'm gonna make the slide the whole screen, so that everybody can see everything on the, phone, anything, and then like the quick Q&A, it's just gonna be you two on there.
All right, good.
Theo, mute your mic when you're not speaking, so that you're not, so you don't come in. Okay. So, whenever you're ready to start, Himmy.
All right. Does the Gospel of John identify Jesus as God? This is a structured case built entirely from John's own words, following the witnesses, the testimony, and the identity markers from chapter 1 through chapter 20. All right. So tonight's question is simple. Does the Gospel of John identify Jesus as God? What this is not about This is not about church history. This is not about the Trinity as a doctrine and what later Christians believe. What this is about is one simple question: what does John say? We follow John's own argument to its conclusion. No more, no less. All right. So the starting point, both me and my opponent agree on that these fundamental things, that the word in John 1 is God, the only begotten is God, and the only thing we differ on is, does John identify Jesus as the word? So the resolution is not is the word God, because we both agree on that. We just gonna see if John identifies Jesus as the word throughout, right? So John's method in building his own case, rather than scattering random verses, John builds a deliberate structured argument. He introduces a figure, gives that figure identity markers, then spends the rest of the gospel answering one question: who is he? So he introduces the word, he calls witnesses, he presents the testimony, and then he reaches his conclusion that he wants us to believe from what he wrote. So in John 1:1, we see that the word is God. The word existed in the beginning, the word was with God, and the word was God. All right. So these are the things that John called the word in chapter 1. The word is God, the word is light, the word possesses glory, the word is the only begotten, and the word reveals the Father. All right. The word is life and light. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. That's John 1:4. So two more identity markers are added to the profile. That's light and light, both residing in the word. These are not incidental descriptions. John will return to both of these themes again and again throughout his gospel, each time connecting them to Jesus. All right, so watch for these two words, life and light, as they reappear in chapter 6, 8, 9, 11, and 12. Every reappearance is John continuing the same argument, all right? The word becomes flesh. That's John 1:14. Glory appears. The disciples beheld his glory. Glory is now attached to the word made flesh. This will become a recurring theme through chapter 17. So pay attention to that. The only begotten declares the Father. No man hath seen God at any time, the only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he have declared him. That is John 1:18. The prologue closes with the final identity marker. The only begotten, who is in the bosom of the Father, is the one
Finish your
who declares
words.
God to, huh? That's it.
Finish your words. You have 3 minutes.
God to humanity. No one else has seen God. No one can reveal him. Only the one who is uniquely in the Father's presence. So this is also attached to the word.
Okay, okay. All right, now we have Theo. Theo, are you Theo, are you sharing your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
See it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can go whenever you're ready.
All right. So the question for the debate is, does John say Jesus is God? I'll ask again. Does John say Jesus is God? Spoiler alert. Let's go to the end of the book. John chapter 20, verse 31, the last words of the gospel before the epilogue. These are written that ye might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that believing ye might have a life through his name. This is John's stated purpose, his thesis, written in his own hand at the close of his own book. He does not say, these are written that you might believe that Jesus is God. He says, the Christ, the Son of God, sent, commissioned, distinct from the one whom he sent. So I ask again, does the Gospel of John say Jesus is God? No. And I won't be the one saying it. I will let the gospel itself testify. I and John, myself, are one in this. Every text my opponent raises today must answer to John's own conclusion, not a council's conclusion, not Nicaea's conclusion, John's. And when we hold John to John, the answer is clear. There's one God, and there's one Lord Jesus Christ, the one whom the only true God sent into the world. John knew the difference, so did every man who read this gospel before the councils came and rewrote the question. I will let the gospel testify. Now, Himmy, Let's begin.
Oh, are you done?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that was nice. Okay, that's Theo. That was I was like, oh, you finished? Well, you ready, Himmy? We're on to your
Yeah, it's my. Oh, I gotta present again.
oh, you gotta reshare it. Everybody share. We're about to get into the presentation round.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. One second, then when I get this up here. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
All right, so I want everybody to pay attention to what Theo just said. So we're gonna deal with John's words, right? And so we're gonna deal with all of them. We're not gonna cherry pick John's words to where he talks just about Jesus being the Son. We both agree that he's the Son, the only begotten Son. That's what I put it in my opener. So I don't even know why that's going to be the argument that he's going to go for, that he's the Son of God. We know this. All right. So from the very first verses, John signals how he intends to build his case. The language of the courtroom runs throughout the entire gospel. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of delight that all men through him might believe. That's John 1 6 and 8. 1 6 through 8. All right, so witness. John uses the language of legal testimony throughout his gospel. Witnesses are called, evidence is presented. Bear witness. Each witness actively testifies. They don't merely observe, their testimony is directed toward a verdict. Believe. The goal of all testimony is belief. John writes so that the readers will come to faith based on the evidence, as he just read in John 20 and 31. So, what does John want them to believe? That's where we're going to dive into. So, his first witness is John the Baptist. I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Isaiah. That's John 1 and 23. So John the Baptist quotes Isaiah 40, a passage about preparing the way for Yahweh. The original text reads, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our God. So Isaiah 40 says, prepare the way of Yahweh, the Lord God of Israel. John's gospel says, John the Baptist prepared the way for Jesus. I didn't say that. John said it. Okay. So John the Baptist's full testimony. John the Baptist doesn't stop at Isaiah 40. He continues to pile up testimony about Jesus. So John 1 and 29, he says, behold, the Lamb of God which taketh away the sin of the world. John 1 and 30, after he cometh, a man which is preferred before me, he was before me. John 1 and 34, and I saw and bear record that this is the Son of God, which Theo already agrees to. John the Baptist is not pointing to himself. He's pointing to Jesus, witness, testimony, and identification. All right. So Jesus manifests glory. This is John 2 and 11, right? So this beginning of miracles did Jesus in Cana of Galilee and manifested forth his glory, and his disciples believed on him. John 2 and 11. The pattern is already visible in chapter 2. Watch how John's identity markers from chapter 1 reappear. So the word possesses glory. We beheld his glory. Chapter 2, Jesus manifests glory. His disciples believe. So the formula is identity, glory, testimony, miracles, belief. John uses this formula consistently throughout the gospel. Pay attention. Identity markers multiply. So chapter 3 is critical because John begins repeating the same identity markers he introduced in the prologue. The same language reappears, not by accident. So only begotten returns in John 3 and 16. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. The same language as in John 1 and 18. Sent appears. God sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, a theme that will repeat dozens of times. He that cometh from above is above all. Origin language, connecting to John 1. Believe returns. He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life. The testimony goal reappears. All right. So I want y'all to pay attention to that only begotten. So if Jesus is the only begotten Son and the Word is the only begotten Son, what do we have? Only is only. The testimony structure made explicit. In chapter 5, Jesus himself lays out the testimony structure. He doesn't just make claims, he called witnesses to verify them. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true, says Jesus. There is another that bears witness of me. That's John 5, 31 through 32. So who are these witnesses? John the Baptist. Ye sent unto John, and he bear witness unto the truth, the works which the Father had given me to finish bear witness of me. Okay, the Father himself have borne witness of me. That's verse 37. The scriptures, search the scriptures, they are they which testify of me. Okay, Moses, for he had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. All of this is Jesus talking about witnesses. Okay, John 5, equal honor with the Father. That all men should honor the Son, even as the Father. Before the witnesses, Jesus makes a series of extraordinary claims in John 5, verses 21 through 26. The Son gives life. That's verse 21. Even so, the Son quickeneth whom he will. The Son judges all. The Father judges no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son. The Son receives equal honor. All men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. The Son has life in himself. As the Father have life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself. That's echoing John 1 and 4 when he said that the Word gives life. Pay attention. John 6, I came down from heaven. In chapter 6, Jesus repeatedly claims the heavenly origin, connecting directly to the Word's identity in chapter 1. John 1, the Word was with God. The Word's origin is with the Father before creation. John 3, the one from above. He that cometh from above is above all. That's talking about Jesus in John 3 and 31. John 6, I came down from heaven. For I came down from heaven. In 6 and 38, Jesus applies the same origin language to himself. John is not introducing a new identity in chapter 6. He is continuing the same one established in chapter 1 that started with him describing the Word. John 6, the sent theme multiplies. In a single chapter, Jesus repeats the same identity claim over and over. Count the repetitions. So he says, the will of him that sent me. That's 6 and 38. The Father's will which had sent me. That's 6 and 39. The Father which had sent me. As the living Father has sent me. This is not accidental repetition. John is building a cumulative case. The one sent by the Father is the one introduced as the Word in chapter 1. Okay? John 6, Peter's testimony. Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life, and we believe and are sure that thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. That's John 6, 68 through 69. Another witness takes a stand. Peter's confession is not a private opinion. It is testimony in John's legal framework. So that's another witness, another testimony, and another identification marker. All right. John 8 and 12. I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. That's John 8 and 12. That's Jesus speaking. Do not rush past this verse. This is one of the most significant. What is this? This is one of the most significant identity claims in the entire gospel. So, chapter 1, the Word. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light is the Word is God. Jesus says, I am the light of the world. Jesus applies the identity marker of the Word directly to himself. John 8, I am he. Jesus makes a repeated and striking claim. He says, I am he. And the question John forces us to ask is, he who? So John 8 and 24, if you believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. When ye have lifted up the Son of Man, then ye shall know that I am he. Jesus also continues the from above and sent themes in the same chapter. Ye are beneath. You are from beneath. I am from above. I am not alone, but I am the Father that sent me. I am the one that bear witness of myself, and the Father that sent me bears witness of me as well. That's 8 and 18. The light claim again, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. That's John 9:5. This is not the first time Jesus has said this. It is not the last. John records it again deliberately. The word is the light of men. That's John 1:4. John 8:12. I am the light of the world. That's Jesus. John 95. I am the light of the world. Again, that's Jesus. John 12:35 and 36. Believe in the light. The light theme closes the public ministry. So if the word is the light of men and Jesus is the light, what do we have? All right. The blind man worships. Does thou believed on the Son of God? Lord, I believe. And he worshiped him. That's John 9:35 through 38. The progression in this passage is a microcosm of John's entire gospel. Question: who is he? Lord, that I might believe on him. That's what the blind man asks. Identification: thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. The confession: Lord, I believe. The blind man then worships Jesus. Okay.
That was fire, but that was 10 minutes, Himmy. So, Theo, are you ready?
Yeah, yeah. I'm amazed. Himmy, how you gonna bring me on a debate and make my point for me? I mean, that was beautiful, but
Your time has
we
started.
okay, yeah, it's good. We agree that Jesus is the Son. I just had to point that out because it's almost like you know what we're here for. So I'll just get right to it. Does John say that Jesus is God? Let's start with the subordinate verses. John 5:19. Then answered Jesus and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. I can of my own self, John 5:30, I'm sorry. I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. John 14:28. Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away and come again unto you. If you love me, you will rejoice because I said I go unto the Father, for my Father is greater than I. John 14:29. And now I have told you before it comes to pass, that when it comes to pass, ye might believe. Let me see. Next slide. Let's go to divine agency. A divine agent. John 5:23, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father, which hath sent him. John 5:37. And the Father himself, which has sent me, hath borne witness of me. Ye had neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape at any time. John 6:44. No man can come to me except the Father which has sent me. He draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. John 8:16. And yet if I judge, my judgment is true, for I am not alone, but I and the Father that sent me. John 12:49. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me. Are you getting my drift? Like divine agency. The question of the debate: does John say Jesus is God? John 14:24. He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father which sent me. Next slide. And I remind you, what I said was, does John say, and I was going to let the Gospel of John testify itself, the Father's will. John 12:49. Again, for I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me. 14:10. We can go on and on in this John. In John, Jesus glorifies the Father. John 17:1. Father, the hour come, glorify the Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee. I'm gonna skip this because everybody is seeing what happened and you clarified it. You made it extremely, extremely easy because Jesus is not God. He is a divine, he embodies the divine agent of God. Jesus confirms he is the Messiah, the anointed one. God is not anointed, his Son is. What is the Son anointed with? The Spirit. John 4:23 through 26. But the hour coming. I read that already. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. No, let me go back to this one again. I'm sorry, because I'm getting repetitive, and this is not church. But a claim was made, and a mockery was made of my position. And when I said that this is my favorite book, and when I bore witness of what I believe, when I said I'm a follower of Christ, you laughed. You laughed in my face and told me you were going to prove it. And now we hear what you did was prove my point. I'm going to get back to the presentation. Let's go here. The woman at the well. This is key, and this is very important. The woman at the well, John 4. I'm going to go to 25. The woman at the well said to him, I know the Messiah cometh, which is called the Christ. When he is come, he will tell us all things. 26. And hear this clearly. Jesus saith unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. Who is he? The Messiah. Who is the Messiah? Anointed by the only true God. Jesus never makes the claim he is God himself. Like, how dare people come and put that on him and then make these grandiose claims? You don't know, brother. I know, because it's right here. I don't believe in books. You do. Why are we here? Why am I showing you what this book means? What this book means. John 20:17, Jesus saith unto her, touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to who? My Father. But I go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto who? My Father and your Father, and to my God and your God. He didn't say to me. He said to our God. What Jesus is an example of is God indwelling the believers. That's what it's about. How many minutes does that mean I have?
5.
I have 5 minutes. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because I think the point is made, Himmy. I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this part right here. Because again, you gave this to me by what you said. You proved that Jesus is the Son of God, right? But the debate is about, does the Gospel of John say that Jesus is God? No. And you are the one that is bringing that argument. And you've made my argument for me. Not for me, for John. The one good thing what we here for is now people get to see it put in full display. I didn't go outside of John. You had to go outside to go to Isaiah to make a point in John. That gave it to me right there. And if it wasn't me against you and the shoe was on the other foot, side by boom, boom, you would agree with me. But you can't hear now, because that sincere arrogance got you into a debate that you couldn't win for the jump. That's why I was excited. Thank you. And I'm going to yield the rest of my time and see you dance, my brother.
Okay, Theo yields at 3 minutes. Himmy, you ready?
Hey, yo, I don't know what that was, but hey, man, I'm gonna start off, and you can start my time, honey. Before I even, oh wait, I'm on the share this screen because I'm finna just rebut him right quick before I even jump into my sides. My screen shared.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe I'll do it like this. Yeah.
You shared?
Yeah.
All right. So look, check this out, everybody. I want y'all to pay attention to what he did. So what he did was try to pull the wool over your eyes. Jesus is not the Father; He's the Son. Of course, nobody is arguing that Jesus is not the Son and that He's the Father. So I don't know why that's your argument. The argument is whether or not John claims that Jesus is God. So let's look at John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's John explicitly calling the Word God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him was nothing made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light that shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Who is that talking about, Theo? That's talking about the word. So what we're trying to figure out today is who that word is, right? You say that the word is God, and you say that it's the only begotten Son. So let's come down here to where you say it's the only begotten Son. John 1:18. No one has ever seen God, but the one and only Son, who is himself God and is in closest relationship with the Father, has made him known. I'm gonna read that again. No one has ever seen God, but the one and only Son, who is himself God and is in closest relationship with the Father, has made him known. So again, I'm not arguing that the Son is the Father. It's clear that John doesn't state that. What John does state is that the Father and both the Son are God. John states that the Word is God. All right, now let me get into my slides. Hold on, honey. Can you see my
I
screen?
paused your time.
Oh, can you see my screen?
No, not yet.
Oh, I ain't even said it yet. My bad.
Mm, mm, mm.
There you go.
There it is. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So now we're back in chapter 8 of John. So John 8 and 12. So again, we're building the case. We're connecting all those identity markers that we talked about in the first round directly to Jesus. So John 8 and 12. I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. That's John 8 and 12. That's a statement from Jesus. Why I said don't rest past this verse is because in John chapter 1, it talks about the word saying in him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light is the word is God, right? Let's continue. All right, we talked about I am he. Let's get all the way back there. All right, so John 11, glory and the sent one, because he keeps saying because Jesus was sent, that proves that he's not God, right? So even in the raising of Lazarus, John weaves in the same recurring themes. Glory returns. If thou wouldst believe, thou shouldst see the glory of God, the same glory from John 1 and 14 and 2 and 11. Sent returns. The way that they may believe that thou hast sent me, the same identity claim repeated again. Believe returns, that they may believe. The testimony goal appears again, and it has throughout the gospel. So he mentioned the fact that I went to Isaiah. Why is Isaiah important? So chapter 12 brings together the most powerful Old Testament witness in the entire gospel. I didn't quote Isaiah. John quoted Isaiah. All right. So John quotes Isaiah and then makes a stunning editorial comment. These things said Isaiah when he saw his glory and spake of him. That's John 12 and 41. John brought up Isaiah. So what did Isaiah see? Isaiah 6 records the prophet seeing the glory of Yahweh, the Lord God of Israel, seated on his throne. I didn't make that claim, Theo. John made it, right? So John says Isaiah saw his glory and spoke of him. The him in the context is Jesus. John does not say Isaiah saw someone else's glory. Okay? All right. So I talked about the light theme covering that. All right. So, and he that seeth him that sent me. Seeth me, see him that sent me. My bad. The verse is a preview of even more explicit statement Jesus will make in chapter 14. Keep it in mind. So in John 1 and 18, no, it says that this is talking about the word and now the only begotten Son. No, declared him. That's John 1 and 18. So John 12 and 45 says, he that seeth me, him that seeth him that sent me. All right, the same thing. John 14 and 9. He that had seen me had seen the Father. Okay, why? Because the word, which is the only begotten Son, is who reveals the Father. Okay, so it's not three different people that reveal the Father. It's only one, as it states in John 1:18. All right. All right. So he talked about Jesus never said this, Jesus never said that. So what we're going to do now is look at what Jesus claims about himself, right? So watch this. He who, instead of giving an opinion, we just let Jesus answer. We follow his own words from chapter 6 through chapter 17. Now let's watch what Jesus says, right? So Jesus' own claims, the identity list. Across chapters 6 through 17, Jesus repeatedly identifies himself with the same profile John established in chapter 1 for the word. Here's what Jesus says about himself in his own words. He says, I came down from heaven, the same origin language as the word was with God and from above. I am the light of the world. That's 8 and 12 and 9 and 5. The same identity marker assigned to the word in John 1 and 4. I am from above. The same language as John 3 and 31. He that cometh from above is above all. He hath seen me. He that hath seen me have seen the Father. The same role as the only begotten who declares the Father. And we all know that the only begotten is the word. Theo admits that, right? So I am the resurrection and the life, the same life that was in the word in John 1 and 4. Okay. John 14 and 9, the clearest statement. He that have seen me, he that have seen the Father. Right? So this was a request from Philip. He said, Lord, show us the Father, and it sufficient us. Right? Meaning that if you show us the Father, we'll be good. He said, he that has seen me has seen the Father then. Believest thou not that I am in the Father and the Father in me? All right. So again, that goes back to John 1:18 when he says that no man has seen God at any time. They've only seen the but only begotten Son, he that have declared him. All right. So John 16, I came from the Father and come into the world again. I leave the world and go to the Father. That's John 16 and 28. Right? The disciples respond with testimony of their own. Now, are we sure that thou knowest all things? By this we believe that thou hast came forth from God. All right. So Jesus claims origin. I came from the Father. Jesus claims entry and came into the world. Jesus claims return. I leave and go to the Father. And the disciples testify, we believe that thou camest forth from God. Just like in the beginning was the word was with God, and the word became flesh. Okay. So glory before the world began. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. That's John 17:5. This is one of the most theologically significant verses in the entire gospel. Jesus claims pre-existent, he existed before the world was created, connecting to in the beginning was the word. Okay, shared glory. He shared glory with the Father before creation, connecting to we beheld his glory in John 1 and 14, which is about who the word that became flesh. So with the same intimate relationship as the word was with God. Okay. John 17, I have declared thy name, and I have declared unto them thy name and will declare it. That's John 17 to 26. The high priestly prayer closes with Jesus doing exactly what John 1 and 18 said the only begotten would do. The promise, the only begotten Son, he had declared him. The only begotten role is to declare the Father. All right. And so Jesus says that he has declared him. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen, honey, so you can share my other screen so I can show them something right quick. Is it sharing? Honey?
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking you can hear me. I'm like, you got like 30 seconds and it's not sharing.
That's why I want to share this. Show them this right quick.
I paused it.
All right. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
All right. So again, like I was just showing y'all, so we see this is the full verse. It says, "No one has ever seen God, but the one and only Son, who is Himself God and is in closest relationship with the Father, has made Him known." So that's what I was just showing you guys. That the only begotten is the one that declares the Father, which Jesus claims that role out of his own mouth, since Theo likes to know what Jesus said.
All right, that's time. Are you ready, Theo? Theo, you're on mute.
Yeah, and this is my rebuttal round, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got another 10 minutes. So
Okay.
just let me know when you're ready. Go.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm gonna leave that screen up there for a second, but it's a few things I wanna point out. So, and I don't have a slide for this, but to the people of the audience and the judges, please look up the word begotten, because every time you mention the word begotten, you are mentioning something that's not eternal. There is a point when whatever is begotten was not. And that right there separates what is begotten from God. So the question is, does John say Jesus is God? The way Himmy is presenting this, it's almost like he said, hey, we got God, but Jesus is also him too. That's not the title of the debate. That's not what the debate is. That could be another debate we could have for another day. It would be the same results as this one right here should be. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but again, like every time he says something, he says begotten. He talks about he's been sent from the Father, and I'm sitting here and like wondering, like, does he understand what the debate is about? It's about, does John say that Jesus is God? No, it doesn't anywhere. But I want to touch on something that is important, and I have them up here now. I know Himmy has a distaste in his mouth for the church fathers, and you know I can put links in here afterwards. But the importance of the church fathers is this: Christianity was birthed when the Semitic people and the Hellenistic people came together. When those thinkers of those ages came together, right? Because you know you have cultures mixing, but when that happens, you have believers from both sides. You have sincere thinkers, people who want to unite in truth. Those people found their way together, and they built together. And you'll know they built together because this is where you get apologetics from. These are Greek philosophers who were creating defenses for Christianity. And if you look on your screen, that is what's up there now. These are the anti-Nicene church fathers. A little bit on the anti-Nicene. Anti means pre, the ones before, right? These are the ones before Nicaea. And I'm going to make a big point about Nicaea right when I get there, because this won't be long again. Again, I think with respect to Himmy, he made this debate about his beliefs, which made me love my chances coming in here in a non-arrogant way. Out of respect to everybody listening, out of respect to the judges, I don't even know who they are, but the debate was simple. And does John say Jesus is God? No. But I want to get into this word because Himmy slid that in very early on, which I knew he would, but I wanted to walk it backwards and get to this point. Because what you have in John 1 is a prologue. The prologue being identified, that could be seen as not even actually being part of the testimonies of John. It could be an introduction to a Greek audience and how they should read the Gospel of John. And how do you know this? Because this is where words like logos are. And if you understand the history of the logos and how it went from the Stoics and how it went from the poets and how it came from Plato and how they all used it and how the apologists used these thoughts and these ideas to create defenses for these Christians that were being unjustly persecuted. So if you look up here, I have the logos proceeds from the Father. Because even if I give him that, like his idea, I'm only giving him that so I can see that he has still made the point that John does not say Jesus is God. Because even though that word is God, if you understand how it is applied, which I don't think you do, and I'm going to carefully tread on this so I won't give you a point and something that should be whatever the score is to 0, because you have not made any points but my own, right? So you have John 1:3. In the beginning was the Word, Theophilus of Antioch. God begat his word before all things. God begat his word, right? So that means there was a time where there was just God, and then he begat a word, which means that word is God, but it's still subordinate, right? Justin Martyr, The power of the begotten. There's that word again. Begotten from the Father. The Father is greater. Irenaeus, the Father is above all, and he is the head of Christ. Origin, the God and Father is greater than the Son. John 17:3, that they might know that thee, the only true God, true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou sent. The Logos, early Christian thought, begotten from the Father, sent by the Father, given authority by the Father, the Father's agent in creation, distinct from the Father, the revealer of the Father. Even in your beliefs, you will say, like, Jesus is the only begotten of the Father. You're making the point. The Gospel of John is called the Gospel of John, the testimony of John for Jesus Christ. It's about Jesus Christ and who he is and how he became how he was. And how did he become who he was? How did he become who he was? Because the only begotten of the Father took up residence in him. The only begotten of the Father, and these Greek church fathers are pointing this out, the only begotten of the Father is the Son. But that Son is the rationale, the principle of God. And that's what indwelt Jesus. That's why in John it says, no man has seen God except the only begotten, which is in the bosom. I don't know which version you were reading, but you forgot that part, because Jesus is right there with him. But what's being acknowledged is the only begotten that's in the bosom. No man has seen God. They saw Jesus. When they see Jesus, did they see God? No, they didn't. But Jesus tells them how they can see the Father, and it's not with your eyes. So that kind of reading that comes from that, this reading that's going on here to say Jesus is God, I can't even give you the credit for making that point at all. This hasn't been a defense. The only thing that I fear in a debate to this is that you didn't originate this idea. I'm the oddball in this and how I'm approaching this. But this debate is not about beliefs. It's about what does John say. And one thing that John never says, that Jesus never says, that I am God. He is the Son. John says before Jesus even gets on the scene, the book of John says there was a man sent by God. It didn't say Jesus sent John to testify of him that was going to come after him. That's craziness. And again, the fact that you had to go into Isaiah is so problematic, because I'm pretty sure with all the believers that are on here and all the intelligent people on here, one thing that we all know is that to this day, the Jewish people are waiting on a Messiah because they do not accept Jesus as that. They don't accept Jesus as the Messiah. Can you imagine if you went to them saying, this is Jesus is the God of Israel? Are you crazy? So this idea, I know I'm the oddball, but this is one of the problems, not only with, and I'm not attacking you, Himmy. I am attacking you in the debate, whatever. You representing this thought.
2 minutes.
But this debate, this what's actually going on here, you're seeing what the text says, but you're not wanting to see what it says. You're wanting it to mean more. And what you are doing, what you don't actually know, is now you're going out of the idea of the sincere Greeks who adapted these ideas and came up with apologetics for Christians. You're now taken into the realm of those not so good Greeks and Romans who took this religion and used it to wield power. And they had power. Their power came from the idea that Jesus is God. And how does that, what happens there is if Jesus is God and they belong to Jesus, then they rule in that name. And that is the problem with the concepts of Christianity that are infected today. We need to get back to the real belief of what Jesus was teaching. He taught that we are to worship the Father. Jesus says in John, he says, there will be those that come after me that will do far greater things. Are you going to telling me that God is saying that there are going to be people that come after him that outdo him and he's God? No. The fact of the matter is, Himmy, even you know I won already. You knew I won already when I made my statement. Does John say Jesus is God? You and I are now one in this. Get it?
That was nice. All right. So are y'all ready for this round. Hold on. You had a minute left, so I have to reset the clock so you two can do your Q&A round. In this round, Himmy is going to go first. Are you ready, Himmy? Oh, here, I can actually try to share the clock, maybe, so then you can see it on the screen. Are y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Himmy's Q&A round. You get 10 minutes. He's gonna have 10 minutes to ask you as many questions as he can that he thinks is gonna help him to defeat you in this topic. Here to answer the questions. Don't get too crazy. If it gets too crazy, I'll come in and reset you guys, pause the time, and get a reset on it.
Me and him ain't gonna do that to each other. We just gonna talk.
Yeah, okay. It's your first time. We know him. Don't just play. So hold on, let me make. I kind of want y'all to be bigger than my timer. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this for right now, so y'all can see. All right, go ahead. Whenever you're ready to start, I will start your time.
All right. So, Theo, you
Yes.
told the people that you basically won a debate. You said because I had to go to Isaiah, right? But did John mention Isaiah in any of his writings?
Yes.
Okay, so did I go to Isaiah or did John go to Isaiah?
You did.
But wait, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Did I write in John's book about Isaiah or did John do that?
No, John wrote about it in his book, but the question, the title of the debate was, does John say that Jesus is God?
Right, but I'm saying my point is if he quotes Isaiah saying that John didn't he wrote and said that John the Baptist said that he is the one from the wilderness that was sent to testify of Yahweh. Isn't that what it says in Isaiah? Did I make that up?
No.
All right.
No.
So John quoted that when he said that John the Baptist said that he is that person, right?
John quoted that for a reason.
I know,
yeah,
but
John
it's to say that John the Baptist was that person, right?
John the Baptist was that person that was quoting it.
Yeah, he's the one from the wilderness that came to make.
I mean, so we have nothing that John actually wrote. Like we have nothing that book that has his name. He's not the actual author. You can see that at the end of that book. It says these are the words of this apostle.
But we're talking about the book of John.
I know what you're saying. So I'm not saying you're lying, brother. John did go back there, but again, the debate is, does John say Jesus is God? Right.
Like, if he applies the text, listen to me. If he applies the text, right, that is for Yahweh, he says that John the Baptist is the guy that was supposed to, from the wilderness, that would prepare the way for Yahweh, and he says that he did that for Christ. Which one did he do it for Yahweh? Was the prophecy fulfilled or not?
What did Jesus fulfill? What prophecy?
Did John the Baptist fulfill the prophecy or not?
Of the day of the Lord?
Of the one in the wilderness that will prepare the way for the Lord. Did he prepare the way for the Lord? Yes or no?
I mean, according to the Old Testament, no.
I didn't say according to the Old Testament.
Well, that's where you got it from. See what you went to the Old Testament, asking did he fulfill
the prophecy?
Did John fulfill the Old Testament that was stated in the prophecy? I mean, the Old Testament. Did he fulfill the prophecy that was stated in the Old Testament? That's what you're asking me.
Yes, when he was born, did he fulfill it?
Did John fulfill the Old Testament prophecy when he was born? No.
He didn't fulfill it during his lifetime?
Which prophecy are you talking about?
The one where he's in the wilderness and prepares the way for the Lord.
And what was supposed to happen according to the Old Testament when the Lord came?
Did he fulfill the prophecy?
No, because it's contingent upon if Jesus did what the Lord was supposed to do.
Okay, no. So did John prepare the way for the Messiah?
John prepared the way for the coming of the Messiah according to the Old Testament? No.
So John the Baptist never prepared the way for the Messiah.
Jesus is not the Jewish Messiah. They are waiting to
I
this
didn't
day.
ask you who Jesus was. I said, I'm asking you about John. Did John the Baptist prepare the way for the Messiah? Yes or no?
According to the Old Testament, no.
I didn't say during his lifetime.
No.
No, he didn't. Okay. So who is the Word?
The only begotten, which is the Word of God. It's not. It's what indwelt Jesus. I mean,
who is the only begotten?
The principle, the rationale of God.
No, who is the only begotten?
I just told you.
No, not the principle. So is Jesus the only begotten?
No, that's what indwelt Jesus. I said it in my presentation.
John 3 and
brother,
16
brother,
doesn't say
you can
that
ask
Jesus...
me 3 times. You do not listen to my presentation.
I know, but we're talking about what John says, not what you think. Does John say in John 3 and 16 that Jesus is the only begotten Son?
Yes.
Okay, so John said it, right?
Okay. Is the only...
Wait. Okay. John said it, right?
For your question, yes.
Okay,
what
so
does
John
that mean?
said it. Okay, so if John said that Jesus is the only begotten, and John also said that the only begotten is God, what do you conclude?
So are you saying that God is begotten? Are you saying the Creator is begotten?
No, the Son. I didn't say anything about the Creator being begotten.
Okay.
Listen to what I said. If John says,
I am.
If John says that Jesus is the only begotten, right? John said it. I didn't make that up, right?
Right.
Okay. John said that the only begotten
of who
is God.
Of
right?
who? Only begotten of who?
The Father.
Okay, so Jesus is the only begotten of the Father.
Don't answer my question.
I'm trying to get clarity. So
John said that Jesus is the only begotten, correct?
Yes.
John said that the only begotten is God, correct?
Only begotten is God, yes.
Okay, so how did John...
wait, hold on. Take that back.
No, I'm not taking nothing back.
No, I'm taking my answer back.
You can't...
Because you're talking in a circle. Hold on. Hold on.
You can't take it. You said...
Why not? Why not? Why not? Let me clear it up. This is not... Listen. You won't do that to me.
I'm asking you.
Hold on. That's what you won't do to me.
What?
Because what you won't do is when I tell you that I'm walking this back because you talked me into a circle.
I didn't talk you into nothing.
Let me explain to you why you did.
No, I'm moving
Let
on.
Me explain to you.
I'm moving on to my next question.
Okay.
I'm moving on to my next question.
Okay.
Is the word the light?
Is the word the light?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is the word the light that became flesh?
No.
The word didn't become flesh?
You asked, was the word the light that became flesh? You're not slick, brother. That's why I told you.
All right. My bad.
Yes.
My bad.
You tried it. Yeah, you tried it. Yeah, you did.
All right. Did the word become flesh?
Happen again.
No, you got me. Did the word become flesh?
What do you mean by did the word become flesh?
Does John state that in John 1:14 that the word became flesh?
And dwelt? And tabernacle?
I didn't ask you whether he dwelt or not.
I need clarity. Listen, brother, you're not to be trusted. You just tried to trick me. You admitted it. So I won't click. You just said it. You just said it. You just said I tried to get you. So I gotta be clear.
I said you got me.
Because that means that I tried to get you, so I got you. Yep.
Okay.
See,
Did the word become flesh? Did the word become flesh?
What do you mean by did the word become flesh?
John 1:14 states that the word became flesh.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know. You tell me. Did the word become flesh?
So here's what I know about that. At John 1, from John 1:1 to John 1:14, Jesus is not there.
Did I? Is that what I asked you?
I can't answer your question. That's what I got.
I said, did the word become flesh?
Take that strike against me. You're not going to talk me into a circle, bro.
Did the word become flesh, bro?
Yes, the word indwelt the people. It became
the word became flesh. And so the light, like I told you, the light that is the word.
I told you I ain't say that.
No,
I told
you said the light is the word.
I told you to say that. Don't try, brother. That's what I knew he was gonna try.
Right,
go ahead.
So the word stopped being a light once it became flesh.
I never said the word was the light that became flesh. I never said that.
No, I said, did the word stop being the light once it became flesh?
I don't know what that means.
Because you said that the word was.
I just ain't never seen a verse like that. I can't answer
So
honestly
did it
because
stop being the light?
the debate is about, does John say Jesus is
But
God?
I'm talking about what John said. We're in
I
John
don't
1.
want you to talk about. I want you to show me what you're talking about.
No, I'm asking you a question.
I can't answer, brother, honestly, because you told me you was trying to trick me a second
so
ago.
in John 1 and 18,
now I'm fearful for my
John 1 and
presentation
18
because you were trying to get me in a trick.
Listen, bro. In John 1 and 18, does John state that the only begotten is God?
I don't remember seeing that there. No, I don't remember seeing that.
You don't remember?
No.
I thought John was your favorite book.
It is.
So why don't you remember?
Quote it for me.
No.
So it's not there.
It is there.
What's it say?
You tell what
I told you I don't remember. I'm in a debate right now. You telling me what's the verse say?
So you came to a debate.
I'm telling you, I don't think it. I'm telling you, I don't think it says what you suggesting it's saying.
You came to a debate, not remembering things about the topic.
Did you bring this before?
Is John the discussion of this debate?
Okay, you said John 1:18. No man has seen God at any time, the only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father. You just asked me, did that say that Jesus was God? I told you he was trying to trick me. That's why I didn't answer. That's why I didn't answer. I knew you was trying to. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. You almost stopped me the first time. But my presentation was so good that you can't do nothing with it. And that's why
you had a 3-minute presentation, bro. Shut up.
I was shorter than you. Trying to get on there. Oh, you can't do it.
Okay, we're gonna start over for Theo. Y'all two is tripping me out today.
You trying to get me.
Okay, well, Theo, you got 10 minutes for your question to answer.
Okay.
I'll start when you start.
Can you can run it all the way down like 3. We've been here a long time.
No, you just go ahead.
All right. So, my brother, since you walked back into the Old Testament, because I mean, do you know the verse where Yahweh says he shares his glory with none?
Exactly.
Okay. So isn't Jesus praying to the Father that he share his glory with him? As he did in the beginning?
Yes, because the only begotten is Oh, I can't answer?
Yeah, you can. You can.
So why you say
stay focused. Stay focused.
I'm focused. You cut me off and said
I'm sorry.
while I was trying to answer.
Okay, answer please. Sorry.
I said yes. Jesus said that he shares glory with the God because the only begotten, which is the word, as we talked about, when John says that the word beheld his glory, right?
So you agree that Yahweh says he shares his glory with none.
Exactly.
But then you see Jesus asking the Father to share his glory with him, and you don't see a problem with that?
No. But why are we discussing John?
What?
Why aren't we discussing the debate topic?
Because I said you went back into the Old Testament to make this point, and this point is in John because it's in John.
So
hold on, brother. Because you said you walk back in there.
Okay, let's go to the Old Testament.
No, but it's my turn. Chill.
I'm just trying to follow you to the Old Testament. You said
don't follow me, brother. Hear me.
Okay.
So the point I was making, you acknowledge that Yahweh says that he shares his glory with none.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
What does that have to do with what John said?
If you let me walk it out. Jesus asked the Father that he share his glory with him, as he did in the beginning. So Yahweh says he shares his glory with none. Jesus asking the Father to share his glory with him. You telling me that Jesus is Yahweh. Please tell me what is going on.
I didn't make a statement that Jesus is Yahweh today.
Okay.
I'm arguing for John.
Okay, cool.
I presented John's case.
That you just made my point. You got me.
Listen to me, sir. What I'm saying is that there's things that John wrote, right? So when John wrote and referenced Isaiah, John wrote and referenced Isaiah. When he wrote and referenced Zechariah, he wrote and referenced Zechariah. That has nothing to do with me. I didn't write the book. I just recited it to you.
That's why you
because we're discussing what John said, right?
You shouldn't have walked back there though. because the
I
debate.
did. John did.
No, but see, if you asked me to do the whole Bible with you on this, I wouldn't have done it because you do things like this. But let me
I
get
didn't
back.
do the whole
Hold
Bible.
on. Did you not make statements? Correct me if I say.
Did you quote the?
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Hold up.
Did you? Who is Origin? Is the Origin like John?
It is my time.
Did Tertullian?
I have a question.
Did Tertullian write John?
What?
Because you were mentioning all their opinions. So did they write John?
Do you know why they matter? Because
so I can't reference what John wrote about.
I didn't say you couldn't, but when I put the walk back there, you didn't want to do it, brother. That's what I'm saying. You trying to stop trying to get me because you think because I'm new, I don't know the game, and I see it. I see it. You stop that.
I'm saying that you had an incomplete standard. You said
I'm making this is my turn to ask you questions. You would not overtalk me.
I wasn't trying to overtalk you.
Yes, that's what you're doing because I got a couple more questions. I'm gonna have extra time because I think it's done. But I need to get to these because I made sloppy notes. I made sloppy notes in honor of the arguments that you made.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so stop me if I say something that you didn't say. You said Jesus is the Lamb. Jesus is the Messiah.
I said it or John said it?
John said it. You pulled it out the book, right?
All right, thank you.
Right. Cool. No problem. Okay.
So we agree on the stuff that John says, right?
Yeah, we agree that John says that Jesus is the only begotten?
Yes.
Okay. Do we agree that John says that Jesus is the one whom God sent?
Yes.
Okay. So how was the one whom God sent God at the same time?
Doesn't John say that the only begotten?
I asked you a question.
I'm answering you.
Okay.
Because John says that the only begotten is God, right?
Okay. So you are now saying that there is more than one God.
No, we talk about what John said.
Right? Yeah, no.
Stop thinking this is my opinion when I'm saying that John said that God is the only begotten, right? Not
brother.
me.
You're not going to steer my question time, brother.
Because you keep trying to put it on me.
because if the argument was Jesus, God with the other God, then I wouldn't have took the debate. Listen. Do you need Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me see something. I'm gonna go. Do you need me to go to the subordinate verses again? Do you need me to go tell you that?
Reset?
Do you need me to tell you? Do you need me to pull up the slides where Jesus says, "My God and your God"? Do you need me to pull up the slides where Jesus is subordinate to, like us all subordinates?
You never said Jesus was not subordinate.
Okay, so who is Jesus subordinate to?
The Father.
Game over.
Okay, so did John say that the Son? Did John say that the Word is the Word God?
The Word indwelt Jesus. He is not that.
Is he the only begotten?
No.
Oh, so
no.
John didn't say that.
No. For what you're trying to do now is you're trying to finagle that back. I told you there was a deeper. I put the church fathers up there to show you that the subordinates.
So you don't care about what John said.
I can't listen because you are when you look at John. Hold on. If you want to go John, listen.
So
if we're going to go by the book of John with this right here, let's go to John 1:1, right? And you'll see, and you'll see that the Word is God and the Word was with God, right?
Right.
Why are you putting Jesus there?
Who's that? Because the Word became flesh, right?
That did it say it became? Did it say it became Jesus?
It's Jesus. Did it
say it became Jesus? Show me a verse that said it became Jesus.
Is there more than
no? You can't play this trick because what happens is, brother, this is what's happening.
I'm just asking. Listen. I said this.
Listen. No,
John say there was more.
John did not say Jesus was God.
I said, did he say there was more than one only begotten?
Listen. John says, listen, I asked you and you won't answer. Now let me put the fork in it. Listen, what you saw, what John said at the very end, that you might believe that Jesus is the Son of God. The title of it,
the Son is God. Did he say
listen, brother.
Is the Word God, bro?
You're not going to do it to me.
All
because
right.
it's been
You
over for a
already said it.
while.
The word is God. The
Listen,
word is the only
okay,
way.
Listen, okay, stop, guys. Y'all stop. I paused the time. Ask the question, then I'm
he
gonna
won't
start it up so you
answer.
can answer it.
He'll ask
What's the
another
question?
one.
Ask the
Does
question.
John end where it says Jesus is the Son of God,
Yes.
sent by God?
Yes.
Is there one God?
Yes.
Is Jesus that one God?
Yes.
That is insane. You can stop the rest of my questions. I gotta close. I'll stop right there.
So you don't want to do, you don't want to use the rest of your time?
Not for questions, because you ain't answering no damn way. You playing games.
I did. I literally just answered 4 questions in a row. What you mean? Don't give up your time, bro.
You answered what I need to answer. You said Jesus is the Son of God, right?
Yes, but
You
John,
said
what does
that.
John
You
say
said
about
no.
the
Hold
Son of
up,
God?
brother. You just talk. You call me
What
back
does
in
John
here.
say about the Son of
This
God?
is my. You can't take my question. Ask me questions. If I say I'm done, I'm
You
done.
said you ain't
You
okay.
can't.
He
Okay,
said he
I
done.
offered
He
it to
done.
you. Yeah,
Okay. What's
you
the
trying
closing
trying
round,
to
Theo? Do you want to?
parfait me. Boy, get out of
Do you
here.
want to? Do you want to share your time, Theo, for your question and answer
I
round?
don't want to share nothing with him now. He's
I
selfish.
mean, not time. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I want
do
to
you
share
want
my
to share
slide.
your
Yeah,
screen?
go come here trying to play with me. There's good people is
Okay, hold
here.
on. Let me change the thing.
He almost got me, honey. How you gonna let him? Well, it's a debate, so you can't fast
We
talking.
gonna
Kaiser
cough it out.
Sose, get
Gonna
the
cough
hell
it
out of
out.
here. Come on.
Okay, good.
All right, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna read this again. Let me get my readers on again here.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me get your time up. So you got 3 minutes. I'll tell you at 1 minute this time. So go ahead.
All right. So first of all, Himmy, I want to thank you. Yeah, it's been good. I think you did well for us tonight. I think you showed that Jesus was the Son. So I'll start the way I began. Does John say Jesus is God? Wait, honey, did you make that as big as it was before? Because I'm having trouble reading it. Hell, I got it. I got it right here. I did. All right. So does John say Jesus is God? Spoiler alert. Let's go to the end of the book. John chapter 20, verse 31, the last words of the gospel for the epilogue. These are written that ye might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that believing ye might have life through his name. This is John's stated purpose, his thesis, written in his own hand and at the close of his own book. He does not say that these are written that ye might believe that Jesus is God. He said the Christ, which Himmy and I agree. The Son of God, Himmy and I agree. Sent, Himmy and I agree. Commission, Himmy and I agree. Distinct from the one who sent him, Himmy and I just agreed. So I ask Himmy again, does the Gospel of John say Jesus is God? Me and Himmy are going to say, no, it does not. And I will not be the one saying it. Himmy going to say it with me because he already did. And I will let Gospel of John and Himmy speak for itself. Jesus is not God. He's a divine agent. And for my last few minutes, I'm going to give my testimony as a follower of Christ, which you laughed at. He is our brother. He is the perfect example of God manifesting his reality in us if we believe, if we are sincere, if we walk it right. That little stuff you feel, you know what I mean? That's real. You don't have to believe that Jesus is God for salvation. Don't believe in God to save your ass. Believe in God because you love him or her or it. Because the truth of the matter is, none of us really know the full truth. We believers. But in a debate, we should not be debating beliefs. We should be sharing beliefs with each other and growing in them. But then debates like, does the Gospel of John say that Jesus is God? Himmy, myself, and John agree. We are one. No,
45
it does
seconds.
not say it. Thank you, Himmy. Don't be trying to get me.
Hemi, did you need to share your slides for your closing?
Yeah, it's not slides, but you can share my screen.
Oh, your
All right.
screen, yeah.
So Everybody, I want y'all to pay attention to what just happened here. So Theo just said that Himmy and I agreed that the word is God. Himmy and I agreed that Jesus is the only begotten Son, right? Himmy and I agreed that the only begotten is in the bosom of the Father, right? So, but watch this. It says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." So if the word was God, right, and the word is the only begotten. How do we know that the word is the only begotten? And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Right? So the word became flesh and was the only begotten. And then it says, "No man had seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he have declared him." So if the word, John says that the word was God, the word became flesh, the word is the only begotten, Jesus is the only begotten. I don't understand how he's saying that John didn't say that Jesus is God. There's only one only begotten. Jesus and the Word, if you're saying that they're distinct, how are they both the only begotten of the Father? According to John. John wouldn't make that mistake. But you would, Theo, because you don't like John. You say that's your favorite book, but everything that John said, you said to away with it. I care about what Origin, Tertullian, and all these other folk got to say because I don't trust John. That is what you spent your entire 7 minutes that you were talking, speaking about. And a whole bunch of other mumbo jumbo about I don't even know what. You start talking about stuff that ain't even have to do with the debate. I think you mentioned the NBA finals or something. Talk about I'm not trying to get you. I wanted to debate you on this topic, brother. So you spent the whole debate admitting that the word is God, the word is the only begotten, and thinking you winning. And there's only one only begotten, and Jesus is the only begotten, and the Son of God. So what do we have? We have John saying that Jesus is God. Okay? Not Himmy. Himmy is not saying that. I use John. I didn't use Tertullian. I didn't use Origin. I didn't use some other little history you went through. I don't care about Josephus and all them. The debate was about what John, the book of John, has to say. All right. And I spent my time in the book of John. Every time I ask you a question about what John said, you act like you didn't know. So I suggest you start reading John so that you can know what John said and get out of the books of Tertullian, get out of the books of Origin, Josephus, and whoever else, because you're arguing about a John that you clearly didn't read. You can't agree with half of John's point. It makes absolutely no sense. You conceded in the question and answer round and tried to take it back. No, I take that back. You tricked me. No, I didn't trick you nothing. Your common sense kicked in. And when you realized that your common sense lended the win to me, then you wanted to take it back.
Guys,
That's not how
I was
debates
talking.
work, sir.
I'm gonna give you 40 seconds. Go ahead.
You said I got 40 seconds. I
Yeah,
yield.
because I forgot the gong.
Oh, no, it's good. I yield the rest of my time.
Okay. So I'm bringing y'all both back up to the stage. All right, you guys. This was a good debate. How you guys feel about it?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Big Himmy. So I got a poll up for y'all.
I can't see nothing. I don't know nothing.
No, because it's on the YouTube page.
Oh, okay.
But I do want to give y'all a round of applause. This was actually really, y'all did really well. That
Thank
question
you.
and answer round.
Thank you.
That was good. Him becoming a beast to his little question and answer rounds. I see. I don't know what. Yeah, I was like, he is a bully. Oh my god. Okay, y'all. So y'all can go over there and vote. We got Ankh in the building. We got your doctrine. Milk Good. Everybody came out actually to see y'all.
Appreciate
Apollo,
y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Emmanuel, ooh,
Yeah,
Byron,
man. Appreciate everybody showing up.
uh, Courtney.
Whew,
I don't know who
Theo.
Daryl the Trader. I think that's somebody. I don't know who Isaiah the Kingston is. A lot of people came out though. Y'all did really good though. I really did like it.
Appreciate it.
Somebody
It was
said it was
fun.
a tie. So I'm gonna leave up the poll for a little while so y'all can vote, and then I'll take it down though.
No doubt.
But thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you after
Hit
this.
me. Appreciate you,
I know
brother.
his time to indulge in his, and go to elect. He need to go to sleep. I
All
don't
right.
know who Isaiah the Kingston is. A lot of people came out
Appreciate
though.
y'all,
All
man.
right. Peace, everybody.
Alright.
Mm.
Okay, later, guys.
All right.
Oh man, I don't got no outro video. Nope. It's gonna be the.
Are you ready? It's debate time. We doing it big time.
After all that back chat fighting,
Yeah. It will come to one end. It's the bar. Reload it. Get a drink. Settle in. We got Himmy and Theo, it's a debut match. Theo Philly got it, Himmy thinks he don't stand a chance. The book of John, oh behold, we will tear it all apart. Does it say Jesus is God? We will see about that. It's the time you've been waiting for, some for years and some for days. Theo first time in the ring, hopes to leave Himmy in the days. Himmy been through this before, he don't believe none of the claims. Oh, are you ready? It's debate time. We doing it big time.
after all that back chat fighting, after all that back chat fighting.
Yeah, it will come to one end. Oh, it's the bar, reload it. Get a drink, settle in.